Hi to everybody, Tasha Carter here. I have a book that I want to share with everybody. I thought this book was very useful and I felt very blessed to receive this book. I also follow Louis Jerome Armstrong Ministries and Neophyte Dag, so I will be hashtagging them in this video because this is how I came upon this information. And the name of the book is The Story of Creation, in a compilation by Dr. David Joshua Stone. It's a few chapters here, maybe 11 or 12 chapters in the book. I'm going to name the content of the book, but I'm going to go to a particular chapter because I feel it's important for you to know this particular part of the book. So the first chapter is The Story of Creation. Second chapter is The Great Secret of the Seven Ages on Earth. The third is the five dispensations of the Ascended Master Teachings. Fourth, understanding the nature of God consciousness in soul retrieval and soul fragments. 5, the cosmic day and the cosmic night. 6, the 24 dimensions of reality. 7, how to master and understand and overcome the 27 earthly veils and restrictions of God. 8, the tree of knowledge and of good and evil and the understanding of polarity. 9 is the in-breaths and the out-breaths of Brahma. 10, the 7 paths to higher evolution. 11, the spiritual journey told by Dr. Joshua David Stone. I hope I said it right in the beginning, y'all. It's Dr. Joshua David Stone. And he has his 11th chapter, My Spiritual Mission and Purpose, okay? But I'm going to go here to chapter 7, and which is page 117 on my ebook, of this book. I hope you guys can find the book. If you are book seekers and lookers, Nat Hammy Library, a lot of places, Scribs, a lot of places that you can find these books. It's really about being connected to the teachers who have these Ascended Master teachings and being diligent in your own studying, and also knowing that when you seek, you shall find. So none of it is in vain. If you look into my story and see where this story kind of began for me. But I wanted to share this part. It's not about me and my story. You could look in, that was some years ago, my testimony and everything. We're way much evolved and have obtained much more knowledge from the Lord, Thoth, and the author of Melchizedek. Let me make that very clear. Okay? So, we're going to go here. I hope that you will enjoy me reading it to you, and maybe stopping a little bit. And all the long breath people, I love long videos. I love people to even spend time to share their knowledge with me. So when I scroll down, I'm not looking for mess. I'm looking for something to help me elevate and help me to evolve my soul. So when I return back to God, I'm returning back God conscious that I am. Now, how to master and understand and overcome the 27 earthly veils and restrictions of God. My beloved readers, this is most interesting chapter that explains the 27 basic veils that God had placed upon the people of the earth and the earth itself. I have never read in any book represented in a comprehensive manner about the veils that God had placed on the earth. Most of the time we think of God as being the being that removes all veils. The key question is, why would God and the cosmic masters purposely create veils upon the earth? This is a most interesting question, which I will explain before sharing these 27 earthly veils of God are. The reason that the 27 earthly veils are and limitations were placed upon the earth, and the people of the earth began over 18.5 million years ago in Earth's history at the time of Lemuria, which predated Atlantis. This was the first golden age of this planet and is referred to in the Bible as the Edenic state. Edenic state. This was the time on earth when the earth and the people of the earth were more etheric in nature. The world was not as physical and dense as it is now. This was also the time that predated mankind's eating of the fruit from the tree of good and evil, which I have also described as thinking with one's negative ego-based, fear-based, and separate mind instead of the spiritual Christ Buddha mind. Prior to this occurrence, the earth and the earth life was a Garden of Eden. Life was beautiful and all lived in unconditional harmony and love, and there was no separation between the spiritual world and the world on earth. There was no stepping into a world of negative ego, duality, only making choices within the mind of God. This was truly the first golden age upon the earth. Then came the eating of the fruit of the tree of good and evil, and the choice to think with one's negative ego mind. This was a choice to over-identifying with the physical body and go into illusion, glamour, and Maya. You got to look these words up when you don't know words and you don't understand. You have to look up the word. Maya is illusion. Glamour says what it is, okay? People begin thinking they were physical bodies instead of God living in a physical body. As this negative ego thinking and feeling spread, the world began to densify and physical bodies begin to densify. This was not a part of the original plan. Pretty soon, most of the world and all the sons and daughters of God in it had fallen asleep. It was 18.5 million years ago that Sanat Kumara and his fellow Kumaras came from Venus to rectify and heal this problem. The light had almost gone out its world because the dream of illusion and separation was so strong. The earth world and physical bodies begin to totally physically dense because of mankind's consciousness, and separation seemed more real than ever. A whole new plan had to be created by God and the God force, given this new occurrence in the sequence of the events that had taken place. 27 new plans, veils, and limitations were set up over the period of time to deal with this situation. The reason for the 27 plans and veils and the limitations that were instituted was that mankind's consciousness was such at a low vibration, and so run by negative ego thinking, that the planet and all its people had to be put into a spiritual playpen. Much as a child who is acting out, who needs a lot of structure. Limitations and rules until they are proven worthy to be responsible. The sons and the daughters of God could not be trusted with the full powers and abilities, for if they had them, they would use them by the negative ego mind, and massive destruction would have taken place to the person, the earth, and even the solar system, galaxy, and universe. Y'all think y'all be messing up people's life? We be messing up the galaxies. Therefore, mankind was placed in a safe playpen, and the 27 veils of limitations was placed upon the people of the earth. Now, if you want to play around, but don't play here. Because, see, this is dead serious. We serious around. And so y'all got to get this, okay? Nobody got time to just play. These words is liquid gold to your soul. It is now my great pleasure to share the 27 earthly plans, veils, and limitations of God. Understanding these, I believe, will give each person, each of you, each of us, a great insight into themselves and the nature of reality in itself. For your pleasure and edification, here is the 27 veils. After listing them, I will go into a short description. But see, I'm just going to list them, and I'm going to come back and give you a short description. Just give you a little bit of taste of this and what I have, okay? And what was given to me, I must give to you. Number one, the veil of reincarnation. So all you people that don't think you was here before, here we go. Number two, the veil of limited lifespan. That's why ain't nobody living no whole bunch of years around here and living like that. The veil between species. The veil of limited light, thought, feeling, energy, and power. The veil of aging. The veil of past lives. The veil of remembrance, the veil of bondedness to the physical body, the veil of ring past not, the veils of time and space, the veil of singular dimensionality, the veils of the five senses, the veil of prophecy and or seeing the future, the veils of psychic abilities, the veil of the three lower bodies, the veil of limitation of matter, the veil of karma, the veil of the primitive and prime directive, the veil of mass consciousness programming, the veil of inner sight, the veil of inner hearing, the veil of inner touch, the veil of the gifts of the spirit and the advanced ascended master's abilities, the veil of the kundalini, the veil of God realization, the veil of integrated ascension, and last and not least, the veil of God realization. And I'm going to give you a little bit of the